to these niggas, man. I fell in love with hip-hop the day I heard that screw drop. Great tapes and chop chops.
Big bodies, drop tops.
Walking home in the zone, I took the long way from school. He had NWA, but ABN was all I knew. Freestyle in the class, that was just something he had to do. And if you wasn't coming down, you for sure was coming through. When they finally freed the pimp, seemed like everybody loved it. Whole city going up, getting throw blasting in public. Man, why they kill Hawk? See, I never understand it. Couple hating ass niggas put a curse off on their family. And some niggas might be asking why I rap like this so much. But see, I came up in this shit, so get the fuck up off my nuts.
I came from big swangers and Volkswagen. Cut on the back door, bitch, I shine like my big glow.
Jeremiah Coleman from Dallas, Texas, 19 years old, college basketball player, go to Nebraska Christian.
Got plenty, ride Caprice classic. Already, I'm a fool with it, like my name was Twisted Black. Big Chief had the West and put New York up on the sweat. Came from 67, where them young niggas trap. Nights where she kept, Lambo doors on G keys, minor blocks on the left. Caught my bitch from Big T, bitch, I can't even.
Welcome to the Nobodies podcast. This is Swank.
And this is D-Field the Daydreamer.
And we got a special guest here today. I want you to let them know, let the viewers know, because this is the Nobodies podcast. So they probably like, who is this guy sitting in the middle? Let them know who you are, bro.
I'm Jeremiah Coleman from Dallas, Texas, 19 years old. I'm a college basketball player, and I'm just out here.
He gets bucks. That's what he does. Okay?
He's definitely a dimer. Like, I know him personally. You know, I coach. But what was it? Maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. We went out to Vegas with honestly a makeshift team. We came out of nowhere and the boys balled out. Easily one of the better point guards I've had the luxury of being around in the Metroplex. You know, it's you don't run across a lot of point guards young that's pass first. And you definitely gonna get a pass first personality player with this one here. So what you got for him today, Q?
So just like many people, they have a story, you know. Tell us what got you into basketball. What was your first notion that let you know that I'm going to be a basketball player?
I remember I was in elementary school, like second grade. My dad, he bought me a basketball goal out of nowhere. I'm like, bro,
you gon' play basketball.
Yeah. I was a football player at first. I was into football at first, but then he just bought the basketball goal. I'm like, let me try it out or whatever. And we started playing 1-on-1s, like the 3-on-3s. And I have an older brother. We played 1-on-1.
Used to challenge you?
Yeah, we used to go at it a lot. So that kind of got some, like a love for the game right there.
So were you playing your little brother? Your big brother.
Yeah.
Were you playing your big brother often? That built up your competitive drive.
Yeah, sure.
That pretty much drove you to like be better than your peers in your class and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
And then you bring up the football thing. I didn't even know football was your first sport, but it makes sense too because you small and here trying to get rebounds with the bigs.
Yeah.
That's something I always noticed about you too. So now that makes more sense. Now you transferred from Duncanville to Faith Family.
Yeah.
What inspired that move?
What inspired it? I had like an identity crisis. I think during that time period. I think I didn't know like what was like the right way to play. I guess you can say, and that kind of affected me from the coach's standpoint. He thought I couldn't really play at first, but
you really had to show him.
Yeah, I had to really show him.
Cause I mean, you turn around and you want to stay.
Yeah, I want to stay. So
yeah, I mean that's a big deal. From as far as identity crisis, do you mean like kind of more so picking and choosing, like what your next move would be?
No, my identity crisis was like my game. I think I didn't know like how to find myself. You know, I had a problem with like a feel for my game. Didn't know it. Like I felt uncomfortable to say that. Yeah.
And that's coming off of a summer where you was damn near averaging a double-double.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was talking about it earlier. I think it was like more so 16 and 10, if not 13. I can boost that a little bit more, cause especially when we got to Vegas. Like I remember a game for sure you had 16 assists.
Yeah.
So I remember that.
He a diamond for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like they legit. You know what I'm saying? And I think you had about 18 points that game.
Yeah.
So I mean, you were walking double. So I mean, how do you feel like that came to be, like as far as the crisis that you was having?
I think I just had like a confidence problem. I think my sophomore year, going into that year, I think my junior year, I meant.
Yeah.
I had like bad confidence. I didn't really believe in myself. I had a new coach too, so
Right,
that kind of
okay.
that kind of conflicted a lot of things too. So I think that confidence kind of brought me down a little bit, I think.
Okay. I mean, shoot, you'd be surprised. There's guys in the NBA that suffer from confidence shock right now. I know that me and the guys was just having an argument. Well, they was having an argument earlier.
Yeah.
About Ben Simmons. Pretty much. I think it started with Ben Simmons and Giannis. Like 3-point jump shot. Me, in my opinion, I feel like Ben Simmons can become a better shooter than Giannis will, just off of his mechanics are a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easier for him to kind of, once he get the knack of actually shooting, we seen he can knock him down in practice.
Oh, yeah.
Rondo the same way. Rondo can knock him down in horse. You get him on the game, and it's just like. But he made it to the league, so it's something.
Yeah, it's something that got you there, though. But I can go on with that. Like during that time of confidence, I didn't really like. I put in work, but like it wasn't like how I am like right now. Like I put in like hella work for this. Like like I sometimes do like one workout and that'll be it for like 2 days or whatever. You know. Like to be at that high peak of your game, you gotta be at it like every day.
Yes,
You gotta do that, tackle it every day.
That mantra of no days off, that's real.
Yeah,
Straight up.
So, as far as building that confidence up, did you model your game once you got that confidence after a specific player? Or was it more so like what you were more comfortable with? Because some players, they say, I modeled my game after this player, and this is who I wanted to play like, and they were comfortable with. But like, was it one of those type of things, or was it something that you eventually just kind of came to on your own? You wasn't really looking at, the stars of the NBA and stuff like that.
It was kind of like both, but at that time I modeled my game after Mike Conley a lot, and I get that a lot.
I can see that.
I get that a lot. Like people,
I like Mike Conley a lot
people
too.
say I played just like Mike Conley, kind of like built almost the same. But
That's not bad neither.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. That's a great comparison.
Oh yeah, but at that time, I was modeling my game after Mike Conley. But as I got older and got into college, I got like to where I got my own game, And I look at other players, but like I got my own game.
Right, you wasn't just trying to. Well, I'm gonna go out here and be like Mike Conley.
Yeah. But at that time, I kind of did though. And that kind of messed me up a little bit.
Okay. So, Dom, you did say y'all played out there in Vegas. He had some pretty good games.
He did.
Did you? What was your favorite game out there in Vegas? Any notable? Any notable guys you was out there playing?
I got one.
It's a lot.
Cause I know y'all got some memories and stuff like that.
It's
so
a
like,
lot. I forgot what.
That was a fun week.
It was
like that whole week.
Yeah,
Outside of the first game.
that was out
the
there
first
for a week.
game was like a
Yeah.
blow.
Okay.
But I remember that game. It was in the morning. We came out that loss, that first loss. It was that game right there. That was a game like we all was like collective. We had that energy, and we just busting that. Yeah. I don't know. Can I cuss on him? I cuss on that.
Yeah, we trying to limit it down a little bit. So yeah, you try if you can refrain from it.
Yeah,
then.
I got you. But
That was
that game right there. That was the one right there.
So anybody in particular that you remember playing in your whole basketball career, not just in Vegas, in high school? Anybody that you remember particularly playing that you enjoyed playing against a lot?
I remember my freshman summer. I was on the EYBL. I don't know if I know about that. Yeah, but I played that my freshman year. It's a lot of competition. Like you get a good glimpse of like the future of basketball. But the main one was named Jonathan McGriff. That was
I heard that name before.
he's at St. John's now.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
that
that
name
was
before, definitely.
we both left-handed, but he's like he got it like the shiftiness. So I would say him.
So do like when you play guys of your caliber, do that scare you? Do that intimidate you a little bit?
No, I like competition.
That make that drive you like,
Yeah.
I'm finna get you this game.
Yeah.
We're gonna lead this game. I'm gonna bust your ass. Does that give you that kind of drive?
Yeah, give me that drive. But at first, when I was younger though, when I first started playing basketball, I kind of like timid, like the competition. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what I'm saying? As a coach, you know what I'm saying? You met my young group before
Yeah.
already. That's kind of what they suffer with. So it's kind of like, I guess it's being young, because I think I probably suffered at it as well. But that's something that they got to get over. You something special if you can get over that at a young age, in my opinion. That's tough. But I mean, it's dope that you got over. Around what age did you finally get over it?
About like 10, 11.
10, 11. Oh, see, I ain't got no excuses for them. They about 13, 14 now.
It was about like,
look, I never got over it.
I can feel that.
Yeah, that around that age, it's like, man, ain't nothing else. Like you gotta give what's yours.
Man, my favorite game. It wasn't even like, I don't think you ate that game, but I think it was one of your dimes. You threw a lob.
Terry. I remember I sent it like every time, bro, every day. every day, like that Snapchat thing.
Yeah.
I
the memories.
Yeah, the memories.
Man, say that was the livest thing ever, and it was coaches all in there,
everywhere too.
all in that gym, man. And like he threw that live. Both of our players come up from both sides of the basket.
You showed me that.
I showed you that video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you showed me that. Yeah, that was pretty live. I was like,
they end up dunking on, like, we don't say dunking on one another.
Yeah.
And like, dog, if you seen us from the beginning of that tournament up until that point, you'd have been like, dang, what was this at that first game? Like, dog, we was running teams. Like we was struggling here and there. You know what I'm saying?
I
like
think it was
bumps and
because
stuff.
of that Vegas environment.
Yeah.
That's why.
A lot of boys ain't never been in them situations.
Environment for y'all.
Not for me. I've been to Vegas so many times. But
some of them boys, it was the first time going. And you can tell.
I can understand that.
So, okay. Going out of college. I mean, coming out of that summer. Let's just rewind. Coming out of that summer, you had a hell of a summer.
Going to my senior.
Going into your senior year. Did you feel any type of disrespect? Like, as far as who the people were that was ahead of you in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Because, again, you out here dropping 16 and 13 on a regular basis.
Yeah, and
ain't nobody saying nothing about it.
Yeah, I felt a lot of disrespect. At first, I've always been like talked down, underrated.
Right.
So that don't really faze me, but yeah, I kind of felt disrespect. I ain't getting like a lot of respect.
You still keep that chip on your shoulder?
Oh yeah, always.
You gotta keep that chip on your shoulder. It's gonna take you far.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I kind of felt disrespected a little bit. I ain't having no offers either. So
Right.
Still,
Yeah,
I know like people that's my peers that was ahead of me,
Right.
They had little offers. I looked into it. That kind of like put me down a little bit, but yeah, it put a little fire in me though.
Right.
A lot to you.
I mean, as it should, because I mean, and honestly, you just helped going into the next question. Honestly, was now at the point where you going into your senior year, you done won a championship at this point. We gonna fast forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a great run. I kept up with y'all for sure. Y'all had a cold low key team.
Like Fake Family?
Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all a lot of them boys, because I know Drive Nation had a couple of them.
Yeah.
So I recognized some faces, but I don't think nobody knew that y'all was just gonna go like y'all did.
Yeah, but like that team right there, like everybody on that team except for those two freshmen is like underrated, straight dogs.
Right.
For real. So that kind of like drove, like that was easy for us to like just beat up on teams easily.
Cause they come in underestimating you already. Cause I ain't gonna front. When I was at Carter and when I was at
They
Molina,
think Carter gonna beat it
straight up. I was on some. I mean, Faith Family. I seen we had y'all like, you know what I'm saying. This before your time, of course.
Yeah.
That's when they first Faith Family. Honestly, it just opened up maybe years before that.
Yeah.
So like when we playing them, they really had nobody.
Oh yeah. Crazy thing about it though, I went to Faith Family my pre-K year, and the crazy thing about it, I ended my school
That's dope.
at Faith Family. So
Started there, then you pretty much ended.
That's a dope way to look at it.
yeah, I looked at it when I graduated. I started here, and I just finished. So that's kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie.
So going into that summer, like coming out of the championship, the senior year. I know you're riding high, but in the back of your mind, like you said, you didn't have many options as far as where you gonna go.
Yeah.
What you think played a part in that?
I think I played a big role in my part. I didn't really like have that little push thing to where like people like get that attention from
Promoting
people.
yourself, right?
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that played a big part. And, I mean, I didn't really have like the resources. I mean, I had coaches, but like, you know, it plays a bigger role than just your coaches.
You were quiet when I first met you, so I can say honestly.
I mean, yeah,
it's probably more so what the reason is.
Yeah.
The guys that are more outspoken, and then you got folks like with their pops who are more so, who got the time,
Yeah.
who always there. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help hype you up.
Yeah.
You need one of those for sure.
for sure.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't your pops, you can be a random dude that's just a booster for the team.
Put a word for
Put that word for you. You gonna boost that up.
Yeah.
I always tell the kids, you a brand. These schools see that too. You know what I'm saying? So when they doing this recruiting, them other platforms that these kids are using on social media, they got big names, but and I see using these schools see, he got 10K followers.
Yeah.
That's 10K viewers that's gonna look at our school when he play. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell my kids that as well. Promote yourself. You a brand. You know what I'm saying?
But I think in my case, I think social media can be a blessing and a curse at the same time. It depends how you look at it, but I think it can be a curse because it gives you like a false like a false like showing of yourself and what you really are. And I think that's what the problem is today with this generation, I think.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess it does give a lot of people that ability to, you know, portray something that they sometimes aren't really not. And that's not always a good thing.
Yeah.
What's the end game for you?
End game for me? I think the end game, I want to be a pro at this, like, for real, make money.
Does it matter what level? A pro?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I want to be at that high overseas. So I think, I mean, if the league there, like, why not?
Of course.
So, yeah.
Do you see yourself evolving into more so of a role player? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't no wrong with a role player.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been a role player, so.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no wrong with being, like, because, I mean, honestly, schools see that, or organizations see that, just outside of schools. Organizations see that, and he's a team player. He can get his buckets, but that shows you a team player.
It shows that you're
That's
selfless.
a good trait you can have.
Exactly. But, I mean, that's already naturally instilled in you because you're a pass first guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So now your end game is overseas, pros, any type of pro level, but it ain't
Not like
not that bull.
I'm trying to get paid. Like,
I feel you. Where do you think you are now as far as getting that goal, hitting that goal?
I think I'm taking like a step. I think it's like a first step. I think.
Right.
I think I'm not like there yet, you know. But I think I'm almost like to that point, like it really can happen for me. Like I'm at that like first step. I think realistically.
Right.
So yeah.
How was that first season go with you at Nebraska Christian?
I mean, it was a roller coaster. I ain't gonna lie. I learned a lot of stuff. So I think, man, I matured a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. My game. I mean, I added skills. I got stronger, bigger.
Definitely got bigger.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got in shape, like for real. I got us running and stuff.
What was that one moment there in college that let you know, like, oh, this ain't high school basketball no more. I need to be on it more than I was before.
I mean, I remember the first meeting we had. I think one person was late. Bro, he said, "Get y'all shoes, meet me outside." That kind of like, I was like,
yes,
damn,
sir.
Bro.
The meetings were real informative, bro. I missed those.
That was the first meeting we had too.
I missed those, like game film and stuff. I really enjoyed those moments. I didn't get a lot of that when I was playing high school. Bro.
And I think I took that for granted because I learned a lot from that too.
For sure.
A lot of reads and screens and stuff like that.
For sure. Okay.
That was like that's not high school like my.
So let me ask this: as a high school graduate going into college, if you didn't go to the college you was at now, did you have like a vision like, man, I'm Jeremiah, I'm gonna be wearing these colors at Michigan State, or I'm gonna be a Tar Heel? Did you have like any of those type of aspirations?
I mean, everybody goes like at my age, they want to go D1. So I think any D1 was my.
Any D1, nothing specific.
It don't even matter.
Take what you can get.
Yeah, take what you get.
That's
so
good.
I think, but when I was younger, it was always like the Dukes, Kentuckys, the Texas, because I was from Texas.
Right.
So So yeah, it was stuff like that.
Okay.
What about you, Q? If you was out there balling, where would you win?
Look, man, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I won a ball. I was shy. So shout out to all the ballers, whether you met your goals or not. I cheated myself. I didn't even give myself a chance. But if I could have went, I definitely was a LSU fan. I liked the Blue Devils as well. Either LSU or the Blue Devils for sure.
I think mine would have been Villanova, and then I enjoyed my Texas A&M trip I had going into my junior year. That's when I hit that growth spurt. That was fun. But yeah, I got big respect for Jay Wright, Villanova head coach. So I thought they do offense again. You gotta be smart to play in his system.
Yeah, so. I think with me, as I'm coming into the adult I am, I'm more of a fan, if anything. So I like a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I'm not just really driven on one thing. I'm just a fan of a lot of stuff. I like to watch and observe. So, yeah.
So how did you adjust the pace? Did you have an issue with adjusting to the pace of the college game?
The main thing for me was the shot clock. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The shot clock means something.
Oh yeah.
It did. I mean, it wasn't just like the pace. I mean, I got used to the pace because I don't know. I'm kind of.
Because you're a point guard.
I'm a
you
good
can pretty much control the
player.
pace too as well.
I think the physicality got me.
That's when you knew you had to get bigger.
Yeah, I know.
Did you have like a moment you went up for a layup and somebody laid you out? Or?
It wasn't even that. It was like I'm dribbling. This dude just like putting his
he put your form on you, moving you a little bit.
Yeah, exactly how you feel.
And it's not even like people like smaller than me. These dudes like 6'4", 6'5", trying to guard me and stuff like that. So I think that was the biggest. I think the pace wasn't like a problem for me. It was the shot clock and physicality.
I feel like they should have been implemented the shot clock in high school basketball. At least middle school at that point, because I mean they doing it in Europe, so I don't understand why they're not doing it over here.
That's why they so ahead of it now.
Yeah, for sure. Because that internal time clock is there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's why your offense is here. They've been doing that in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pace and space and pace. That's all it is. We ain't doing that. We just now starting to do.
Yeah, overseas basketball get a lot of respect from me too. They definitely get a lot. They produce a lot of
straight killers over there.
Which reminds me, so definitely can't let you leave without answering this question. Favorite basketball player?
Favorite basketball player, like ever?
Let's do top,
right now.
Let's do top three. Top three right now.
Top three right now. Man. Kyrie. Kemba. KD.
I like that Kemba pick. I don't think a lot of people would have just.
Surprised.
I mean, I say that because I'm a point guard, so I can relate to.
I was telling somebody Kemba pretty nice. Like, I mean,
Kemba's like
Kemba's
top.
Stupid nice.
I can't say top 3 point guards.
That's tough.
He don't.
Dame,
you can argue him. You can argue for him though.
I think in my opinion, you can argue Kemba and Kyrie are in the same kind of conversation a little bit. But that's just me though. That's just me. I think Kemba would have got.
Kyrie is like
he above, yeah. But
I want to be one of those.
I think Kemba would have got more shine had he never spent majority of his career in Charlotte. Honestly.
Charlotte actually helped make him who he was too.
Kind of helped him.
But
he got loose out there.
He was, as an individual player, like we knew Kemba was gonna be good from UConn.
You talking about as a team?
Yeah, like he don't have the accolades. Sometimes I think as fans and just people that just like the game, you tend to think other players are better because they are in different situations.
True.
I think Kemba Walker could have been placed if he was placed on a team that actually was winning games and stuff like that, because he missed the playoffs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like had he been placed in like different situations where like it not only just benefited him, but his situation and his career, he would have a lot more respect on his name. Thank God he in Boston now, right?
You know my theory on some of those franchises like lacking on that whole developing players. I think the Hornets may be one of those franchises that lack in developing their bigs, because when they draft pretty good bigs, but they don't develop them. But every guard they've drafted, it turned out pretty well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Devontae
Graham.
You know what I'm saying? So even Miles Bridges, I mean, he ain't no guard, but he a wing player.
They
turn up.
They kind of turning the corner a little bit, just a little bit. So
I just think they one of them programs that you got to find a diamond in the rough as a big or a big that's already established, because they're not gonna develop him.
Yeah.
Just like a T Wolves. T Wolves ain't finna develop no guard. Yeah. They gonna develop the shit out of the league.
True, because Cat came in the league balling.
Yeah, and they developing, they help developing them too. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for KG. Like, you know what I'm saying? He came in the league already a dog, then you come to a program that's already gonna cater to you.
You know
as
what
the
I'm saying? Player, as the center.
They've always had to be.
So, I'm a Lakers fan. Dom is a Mavericks fan.
Mavericks / Pacer. I'm gonna go and put that out there.
Mavericks / Pacer. What's your team?
It's my team, Mavericks.
You a Mavericks fan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't meet too many Mavericks fans nowadays.
Mavericks. I mean, I'm from Dallas, so yeah.
Yeah, people look at me different because I'm from Dallas too, but
Dallas
I'm a
is
Lakers fan.
my first love. Indiana was a team. I'm a big fan of Reggie Miller. So yeah.
Now I was a Mavericks fan. It's just they let me down a couple times, and I was already a Kobe fan, so I adopted the Lakers full time in like 06, 07. So
I just like the Mavericks because like personally seeing them play, I like how they play.
I would say the Mavericks are they got something. They got a little something coming up. Do you have a personal
2011?
Yeah. Do you have a personal? We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. But do you have like any expectations out of some of these younger teams? We know like the Clippers and Lakers and Boston, but Boston kind of fit the narrative too. What teams do you expect to see thriving in the future? Because I've told Dom, even though it burns me to say, I think the Mavericks are gonna be a pretty legit championship contending team.
Oh yeah. I say the Pelicans.
Pelicans?
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball, stand the count.
It's crazy though. We was just having that conversation earlier. How I'm a conspiracy dude. I feel like the NBA, I feel like a lot of these things that's out there, they have an agenda. Of course. So my theory is, LaMelo Ball's gonna come in the league.
Oh yeah.
New York Knicks, 9 times out of 10 gonna draft him. They already expressed interest in him.
Yeah.
It makes sense. They already got a log jam and point guards over there.
Yeah.
So my thing is, Lonzo and the ball brother, LeVar been trying to get the boys all together.
Yeah.
What better place to do it than New York?
New York.
You know what I'm saying?
And, it's the atmosphere of New York too.
Win-win situation for everybody. You laughing,
but
you look at it from a financial standpoint.
I mean, I definitely agree with you from a financial
That's a genius
standpoint.
move.
It would be because they got New York has the assets to send to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying, to kind of help keep their team intact. I know earlier you said Drew Holiday and all, but then you can move Drew Holiday back to his point guard position. If you can get a RJ Barrett to take, come in and Texas too. I don't like RJ Barrett.
I don't like
You think they trade RJ Barrett?
Nah, I wouldn't take RJ Barrett if I was the Pelicans. Yeah, I wouldn't take it, especially if you got to come up off Alonzo. You got to give up DSJ, and you got to come out for probably gonna have to. Who's the 2 guard in New York?
Shit, I don't even know.
Outside of RJ, I mean, you got Kevin Knox, but him and
they cut Isozo. They cut him.
When?
Oh,
they waved him over the pandemic. This.
Devastating.
I
don't know why he ain't been picked up yet, because he can hoop. I'm not too sure what's wrong with the Knicks, but he can hoop. He just needs some time. Actually, hope he come play for us. But
I mean, we don't need him, but
we as in my Lakers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you're a Lakers fan too. I like how you said we. Yeah, we don't need him. After I said,
I was talking about the Mavericks.
But I had said, man, I'm low key hoping he play for us, and you was like, yeah, we don't need him.
I keep forgetting you ain't a Mavericks fan.
I don't know how. I think he's secretly a Lakers fan, but it's a different topic for a different day.
I'm a Kobe fan. I wasn't a whole Laker fan. I love Shaq. I love Kobe. So
I'm not gonna lie, I do like that Melo conspiracy. I think I'm gonna side with that just because Pop Smoke has a lyric about I'm the king of New York, Melo. Even though that was about Carmelo.
It was about Carmelo.
But we gonna switch it up and pretend it's for LaMelo Ball since it fit. You know what I'm saying? Because they call LaMelo too.
But how you gonna get the middle one?
LiAngelo,
they gonna slip him out.
Who G League team is he on?
Huh?
Was it the Warriors?
He was on the Warriors, the St. Cruz at one point.
Santa Cruz Warriors?
Yeah.
The Thunder one, the blue.
He was with them too. Oh yeah, they invited him. Santa Cruz invited him too because they were talking about the Warriors were thinking about drafting him. That's crazy.
I mean, we can only hope at this point, man. I mean, LiAngelo, I feel like, get him in a 10-day contract at least. Get him in a 10-day contract. If you don't like him, all right, that's cool. But you got to try. It's been a handful of players that done had 10-day contracts, and they done made it out a little something. So
my last question to you: if you could go to any NBA team, which NBA franchise would you feel like would cater to your play style and allow you to grow?
That's a good one.
Like right now, if you were just to get slapped on the team in the bubble and like they was like go,
I would say the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies.
Yeah.
You feel like you and Ja had that camaraderie?
Yeah, I think so.
That
Because you know him
1-2
and Tyus.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it.
Yeah. I can't really think of no teams they play style. I don't know. I would say the Grizzlies though. I've been watching them. So.
They do have a pretty free flow offense, especially since you got somebody like Ja. You gotta move.
I'm gonna say one team. I think Phoenix would be a good move for you.
Phoenix.
Just
Why you say
because
Phoenix?
they got their point guard a little bit. I like Rubio, but you know,
bro,
he's getting a little
I'm talking
older.
about that youth movement, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, they trying to lock in Book. They got Aiden. They got Baines. They got
Book might not be there coming soon.
I mean,
I appreciate all y'all watching and supporting. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to the gang. Y'all know who y'all is. Y'all can follow me on below. Y'all can see y'all is. And one thing for all the hoopers, man, y'all stay putting that work. Stay mindful. Keep your mind right and stuff like that. You'll be all right, man. And remember this. Be better than yesterday.
Talk to these niggas, man. I fell in love with hip hop the day I heard that screw drop.